Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Psychic Medium Toni Greene. Welcome to the show. Today is going to be hopefully a really, really good show. So, I want to start out by saying hello to my brother Stevie. I hope you're having a great day. I also want to let you know that on any social media platform, no matter what platform it is, I will never reach out to anybody and ask them if they would like a reading or need a reading. Um, I You basically come to me. So if you ever want a private session, you go to my website, and that is how my readings are done. Or you call my business number, which is different than the number you use to call in for the show. Um, there are quite a few people out there that are making fake accounts, not only of me, but of many, many people. And these fake accounts will have my name and seem like it is me. It is not. That is not me. So I'm going to tell you to please don't respond to anybody that reaches out to you on any social media platform. Okay. If you would like a session with me, my website is TONIG.info. Okay, now I will be taking callers. If you would like to call in, the number is 845-277-9131. When you connect, if you want to ask a question or connect with a loved one, push the one on your keypad, and I will be going through callers and taking questions and or connections. If I do call out your area code, please have an exact question or connection available for me, just so we can get through as many people as possible today. Um, I do want to thank everyone who is joining us here today. I'm really grateful for you being here. So, over the past couple of shows, I've shared just a little bit of what you might want to do, like, getting therapy animals such as chickens and pigs, because we can't own livestock, or get quails, because you can have a quail in even if you have an apartment or a home, you can keep a quail indoors. And if you get the male and the female, they will lay lots of eggs. And I guess quail meat is good. I don't know. I've not had it. What you might want to do for this show is, if you do live near wild animals, turkey, boar, deer, you might want to start feeding them in your backyard, um, for many, many reasons. I saw a post or a video the other day that said that um, they are thinking of taking out, I think it was either trout or perch. And I'm sorry, I don't know the exact. If anybody else saw this or knows about this, please comment in the chat so I can get some of my facts straight. But supposedly, some of our fish are diseased, and they're going to take them all out and put in their own. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. No. Mm-mm. Just saying no. Anywho, you might want to go to where you can fish and get some uh, fishing done, fish and freeze. If you do hunt, you have that hunting license, you might want to go where you can hunt, get a group together and go hunt. Anyway, just thoughts, just thoughts, just thoughts. Okay, here we go. I am going to go to Heather, the random person from YouTube, says quail is yummy. It's a very tender meat. Thank you so much, Heather, for sharing that. On YouTube right now, we have Heather Fawn, Gira. I'm so sorry, O'Brien. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce that. Please forgive me. Genevieve and Amy. Hey, Amy and Genevieve. I love you guys. I love all of you so much. And again, hi, Caroline. Um, if you would like to, if you do have a question and you would like to ask that question, please call in 845-277-9131. I will be going through the call log, getting to as many people as possible today. I will take one exact question or one connection if you want to connect with somebody on the other side. Please tell me the first name of that person and their relationship to you, and any conversation you would have, or any information you would have wanted to know from that person. Okay, here we go. First caller, 407. 407, how are you today?
Hi. Hello, how are you doing?
Good. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Linda. I'm calling from North Carolina.
Hey, how
So I was wondering if I could connect with my mom. Her name is Rosina, and I did have a specific question for her.
Okay.
Just because she, if she is able to let me know, she wanted to be buried with a necklace, and we couldn't find the necklace because I'm assuming somebody had taken it. So I don't know if she wants me to find it or not for her.
You know what? I think you are correct. I do believe somebody, as soon as you said because somebody had taken it, I heard yes. And when you said, does she want me to find it? I'm hearing a no. I'm going to say, excuse me, the necklace may be misplaced, but if it is misplaced, it's going to be a challenge to find, and she doesn't care anymore. That was something that her human self wanted, but her spirit self really doesn't care. She's not
Okay.
like, I don't want to say not needing that, but she would rather that when or if you find it, you keep it as a memory or momentum, memento of memory for
Yeah.
you guys. So that is what I'm hearing. I don't believe it's she could. I'm just hearing, oh, I could just care less. I could just care less. So don't worry about that. That is what she is saying. Okay,
Can,
love?
can she direct me to where it would be?
No.
No?
I'm
Okay.
I'm not, honestly, I'm not seeing that. I'm not getting that right now. I'm seeing what I think the necklace
Okay.
is. I think the necklace is a very thin, it's very dainty. It's a very thin chain. I'm seeing a very thin chain, and I'm seeing what I think is the thing on it. And I don't,
Uh-huh.
I can't make out what the thing on it is, but I'm going to tell you, no, no, and not yet, not yet. And she is saying this, and I'm going to tell you this, and I'm sorry if I'm misunderstanding this, but she's saying, you're not listening to me, you're not listening to me. So so I'm going to tell you, whatever that means between you and
Okay.
her is whatever that means between you and her, but she really doesn't. Don't go out of your way. When the time is right, it will just be found. Okay, love?
Okay.
Thank you so much for
Okay.
calling in.
All right.
I hope that it does just pop up for you, and I am sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for checking that on with her. With her. I'm sorry. Watching my granddaughter here. Sorry.
Oh, no,
So
no
I really
worries.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely my pleasure. I am going to go directly to the next caller, who is 443.
Yes. Hi. How are you?
Good. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Ashley. calling from Baltimore,
Hey,
Maryland.
Ashley, how can I help you today?
I recently went through a divorce, and my husband is seeing somebody new, but I have this this sickening uh, feeling, and I just want to know, like, are my kids in danger? Is this situation safe, or do I have this feeling for a reason?
Um, oh, that's a big question. Give me a second. I just need your ex-husband's first name.
Stephen, with a
Okay.
PH.
Okay. Give me just 1 second. You know what? I'm just going to say the feeling you're feeling is his energy. He feels, yeah, okay. I just need to back up off that. Oh, okay. So some people, when they go through something like a divorce or a breakup or they whatever, their energy can turn really toxic and literally make you feel nauseous. They can make you feel very
Yes.
like you're literally like I tapped into his energy, and this is not about him. This is just his energy at the time. It makes me feel like I'm literally going to puke. Like I can feel it in my throat. It's very icky. So the feeling you're feeling is legit. It's a legit feeling. I don't think it's a feeling that has anything to do with your children being in harm. I think this is just his very, very, I'm even going to go so far as to say angry energy right now. He's very, yeah, because my body just wants to shake right now. And like my hands are, he's like very, 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 I just have to get out of his energy. Holy balls.
Yes, it's horrible.
He is very, very unsettled. And what I'm going to do for him, which I'm actually doing for your children, is I'm going to clean up his energy. So him, I'm going to start with taking out for him, for you, for everybody listening, watching, re-listening, rewatching. Let's clean all the toxic anger energy for you and anybody you care about. Let's get that out. Um, yeah, I'm going to go with that's what you're picking up. And it doesn't matter why he's that way. We don't need to go into that. The fact that he is that way is just what it is right now. Um, and the fact that he is just is what it is. Whatever. What I am going to
So
tell you.
he moved this girl. He moved this girl into the house, literally 3 months after we divorced and introduced our kids. But the girl has been receiving threats as well from her exes or whoever it is. I don't even know who it is. I've been getting anonymous things. I'm just worried, and I want to make sure I'm not being overly, cautious, or like I'm not trying to be vindictive or control his life. I just really want to make sure the situation is okay. And I know that he is angry. I can feel that as well, but I wasn't sure if she is also just not good for this either.
It doesn't. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say, and I'm sorry I have to say it this way, but please listen to this and then re-listen to it after the show today, because I think here's the thing: it's not that you want to control the situation, and I understand that, but we can't. No matter who our exes get with, we don't have any say so in that. We can't, like, no matter how
Right.
legitimate our concern is, we really can't. Um, Sometimes we can't even vocalize it. Now, the fact that she is receiving threats, unless you have documentation of that or proof, like literal show it in court proof, there's nothing you can do about this. So, what I'm going to say is, I do feel like whatever's going on with her, they are trying to take care of it, and they are trying to be very practical and safe about it with whatever that situation is. Are your children safe
Mhm.
with him while they're with him? I have
Are
to
you back?
ask. I have to ask the question just a little bit differently. So give me a second here while I figure out the. How about if we
Sure,
just do a
sure.
clearing that your children will always be safe when they're with him and or her? Let's do that. Her children will always be safe when they're with him and or her. Let's clear that. Because safe can mean like one of them trips and falls and like scrapes up their knee. Safe can be a number of different things, in a number of different ways. So let's just clear that they're just always safe when they're when they're with them, and that will be the healthiest thing we can do. Um, Remember, your children have angels also that are there to protect them. So whenever they walk out the door, just make sure you're directing their angels to keep them safe and protected. And again, I know in if I were in your shoes, I would be livid, I would be upset, I would think how irresponsible. We can't, but we have to understand we can't control what other people do. So even this girl he's seeing, if other people are threatening them, why why ever they're being threatened, that's not really important. The fact that somebody is making a threat, that's not um, the risk. Like if somebody threatens me, that's that's not on me, that's on that person. That's their low level of character and behavior, and I can't be held responsible for somebody else threatening me. So in this case, they can't be held responsible for other people threatening them unless they're actively doing things that are inciting the threat. So all we can do is make sure the children are protected, and he is doing his. I feel, even though his energy is very angry and probably because of everything going on, I feel that his children are a priority and he is trying to protect everything. And I know that that's not exactly what you want to hear right now. And I know that you want to hear don't send your children, but even if I said that, that's just not an option. So we're just going to try to do our best to clear any harm from coming to them at any time they're in the presence of these people. Okay, love?
Yes. Yeah, I guess so. I just have to release that and just keep praying over them.
Absolutely.
And pray the situation. Do you see if we will co-parent better though, eventually?
Yes. In about a month and a half, things are going to calm down a bit. And that's a really good question. Thank you for asking that. And let's do a clearing for you and anybody else who is separated and or divorced that they're trying to co-parent and it's just not going well. Co-parenting is healthy. I'm getting a no. Let's clear that. Oh yeah, that comes from like that place between the rib cage, which is all fear. So what I'm going to say, in about a month and a half, you're going to
Right.
notice a huge difference in the way the two of you co-parent. And I think that's because a lot of pressure on his end is going to be lifted. Um, and the threat is going to be gone. If you want to have a conversation with him about the threats, you cannot do it in a threatening way. You have to do it in a way of, hey, I heard this is going on. I'm really sorry. What can I do to help? And what is being done on your end? Um, Come at it like you're trying to be helpful, not adding more to it. Because if you come at it like you're adding more to it, he's going to get defensive and shut down. If you want to really know what's going on, you have to come at it like you're trying to be helpful and work with him to be a part of it, the solution rather than part of the problem, even though you're not. And we can't always control how we go and talk to somebody or how we say something because your emotions are valid and important also. So what I'm going to say to you, sweet girl, I think in a month and a half, the co-parenting is going to get a lot better. A lot of the pressure is going to be relieved and you're going to be much happier. But for this next month and a half, just breathe through it the best that you can, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You are so welcome. And we will all be saying prayers for you and for your children. And I'm so sorry that you're going through what you're going through. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You are welcome. And thank you so much for calling in. I am here every Monday and Wednesday at noon Central Time. So if you don't get through today, you can get through. Try again on Monday. The secret to being one of the first callers is to call 15 minutes before the show starts. Then you're one of the top callers on the list, and I get to those people first. So let's go to the next caller. I want to say hi to Jessica. Jessica, hey, how are you? I'm so happy to see that she's able to watch the show today. Jessica and I are starting a TikTok station. Is it called a TikTok channel? A TikTok channel called Live Beauty Reviews. LIVE dot beauty dot reviews, and we're just going to be reviewing all kinds of beauty products and tools and everything. So you can follow me on that, and then when I start doing and she starts doing them, they will be uploaded there for sure. And I'm going to be honest, if there are products I don't like, I'm going to say I don't like them. I'm going to be like, yeah, no, don't waste your money on this. Not at all. But if I do love a product, I'll leave a link so you can get the product. But I am going to be 1,000,000% honest. And also on my other TikTok channel at Psychic Toni, there are lots of you might want us, and there are lots of healings and clearings on there. So I would absolutely recommend you go check those out. I'm going to go to 908 next. 908, how are you? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, good afternoon, Toni. This is Caroline. How are you?
It's so good. Oh my goodness, Caroline, how are you?
I am terrific as well. Just rolling along the second day of summer.
Right? It's gorgeous now. I'm loving it. How can I help you, beautiful?
Well, today I'm going to change my line of questioning. We're going to go a little more fun.
Okay.
I would love to speak to my mom. Her name is Lucinda. I would love to hear from her. It's been a long time. And I have a special question for her.
Okay, go right ahead.
Well, I believe that at night, lately, in my dream time, that I'm working very hard in another planet. And I have a connection with my mom. And this is, I have the actual planet name. It's called Alpha Centauri. And I'm just wondering if there was a connection that I felt sometime within the last 2 weeks, very strongly, that I got up one day and I said, why am I so tired? I feel like I've been working in my sleep.
You have fun.
It's fun. I'm telling you, things just happened to me that were just like, let's just say, out of this world, magic, and I'm blessed. But I would love to hear from my mom.
Okay, so
I miss her, man.
The first thing I hear is this is true. You have been, there's this statement, is our dream state our real world, or is this our real world? Who knows? Maybe they're both our real worlds. Maybe we live in dual realities and we work on both planes. I don't call Earth a planet. I call it a plane when I'm channeling. And there are many, many different planes. So There are planes that are higher than us, lower than us, and all around us. And all of these planes have different purposes and reasons for being, with different types of, no, different levels of life is the statement they're giving me. So in our sleep, we can travel to any of these planes, and sometimes people call it astro traveling. And sometimes we go to a plane,
Yeah.
the plane where our loved ones are, and we start working with our loved ones to help them, and they help us. Right now, for everybody listening and everybody that will be watching this, our loved ones are coming in very strong through our dreams and our sleep time, and even in our awake time, to help us to keep things going the way they're supposed to be going. I'm going to tell you that everybody should be at least aware of that. Even if you don't remember your dreams, they are happening. You are having them, and we are working in other areas. And right now, many of us are working triple time, and this is why we're so tired. Even we can sleep and sleep and just still be so tired, or wake up really rejuvenated because we went to a higher frequency planet or plane, and then we come back and we're like so rejuvenated and feel amazing. This is also why our sleep time can be like we slept for 2 hours and it felt like we slept for 20, or we slept for 13 hours and it felt like we slept for 5 moments. This is why this is going on for us. And we need to be aware of that, and just know that whatever we're doing in those other planes is just as important as what we're doing here. So thank you so much. And she wants to tell you, keep up the good work. Don't give up your progress. Keep progressing. Don't give up your progress, and don't falter. I wouldn't see that coming. Well, she says, you know how she means that. Like, don't put it aside for too long. Stay steady on the course, okay, Caroline?
Okay. Beautiful. Thank you. This has been lots of fun. I think my mom, I love her so much. And it's amazing the connections that we have. Thank you.
Yes, you are so welcome. And she loves you too. And she wants you to know she's going to keep being there during your sleep time. So don't don't worry, she's not going anyplace. I'm going to go to the very next caller, 262. 262, how are you today?
I'm great. Is this me?
Yep, that's you.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Amy.
Hey, Amy.
Hi.
How are you?
So I didn't expect to get called on. Oh my God. I was just listening and I dialed in like kind of later than I wanted to.
No,
so I'm
awesome.
good.
How can I help you
now
today?
I have to come up with a question.
Oh, God. How are Dylan and how are the kiddos? How are all the kiddos?
Oh, I haven't had any contact with the oldest that you just mentioned.
And sorry,
that's a good question. Thank you. So that's what I'm wondering. So that he's been on my heart, and I don't know if he's going to come back into my life and if it's going to be safe or not. Because when I think about him, I miss him.
Yeah.
But it wasn't safe.
Okay, so that's why I said Dylan, and I was even trying to think of your two other babies' names, and I couldn't even. So they brought up him, and I'm not going to say his name again, just for all the reasons that I wouldn't. And here's what I'm going to tell you. Yeah, this is your message for today, beautiful. He's going to try to come back in, and the answer is don't. They're singing this so old of a song. I can't go for that. Oh, I can go for being twice as nice.
Can do.
Yes, that song. Song. Thank you. Oh, thank God, goodness, I didn't have to sing any more of it. So that what they're saying with that song is like, no, that's a hard pass. Thank you, but no, thank you. They're saying that,
That's what I thought.
as much as you might feel like I want to know, it's not safe. He's not safe. Um, Part of the reach out is going to be because things are very chaotic, or things have fallen apart. A certain something has fallen apart, and he's looking for reprieve or rescue. And you can't be that
Probably a place
person.
to live.
Yeah, you can't be that person. You can you cannot, because he's going to be very unbalanced, unmedicated, and chaotic. And until he gets treatment and balanced and back where he is supposed to be, it will not be safe for you, and especially you, because he doesn't understand. He just doesn't understand his own actions and behaviors, beautiful girl. I'm so sorry to say that. I'm so sorry to say that, but it's very, very true.
No, I think that helps me put some more time and space on it.
Good.
But I keep thinking about him, and every time I see a certain car, I'm like, oh, that's probably Dylan. Like, I'm just thinking, I see him all the time, and I'm like, okay, this has got to stop. Like, is that just my intrusive thoughts? Like, or is it a message to go contact him?
No, it's not.
It's him reaching out towards me energetically.
What? Yes. Okay. So, yes. When somebody is thinking about a lot, we will feel their whatever energy they're in while they're thinking about us, and we will think about them. So he is probably.
God, that explains so much.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Last week I was just having spontaneous suicidal thoughts, and I'm like, this is stupid. Like, no. I went through a list of people I could call, and every single person I had my mind was, or whatever, the message was like, oh no, don't call them, they'll think you're stupid. Don't call them, they'll mock you. Don't call them, they have enough on their plate. Don't call them. I got to the end of the list, and I was like, that is ridiculous. I can call any one of these people. Get away from me.
Yeah,
that's like, that was my final thought, and I was fine.
Right. And I don't want to say that that's what his thoughts are, but I do feel like that is the manipulation he might use to get back in.
So I could end up, you can't call anyone, but you can call your kid.
No.
Some baloney like that. I'm just gonna, okay.
No, what I mean is
that I feel bad.
What I mean is, if he reaches out, he might use that type of manipulation to get back in. Only you can decide what you want to do, but it will not be a safe situation for you if you allow this. Okay? It may not be a very safe situation.
So my inclination is to just completely avoid him.
Yes. Again, I can't tell you what to do, but for your safety, that might be in your best interest. And I know, listen, for everybody who's listening that's thinking that's her child, and how can you say that? You don't know the whole story. You don't know the whole story. And until you know the whole story, just don't comment. If somebody is not safe, if they might do you physical or bodily harm, it doesn't matter if they came out of your hoo-ha.
Or psychological or black magic harm.
Yes, it does not matter if they came out of your hoo-ha. It does not matter if they are blood. It does not. If there's the potential for somebody to do literal physical harm, psychological, emotional, whatever harm to you, you do not have to let them back in, especially if they are over the age of 18 and they have been living on their own. The one person that you wake up, go to sleep with, and are responsible for the entirety of your life is you. And that's that. That's just that. Okay, Amy, I hope this was very helpful for you. I hope that you
thank you.
That you got something from this.
Do I bring on these intrusive thoughts because like last week or so I decided, okay, I'm going to put this to rest by sending him love. If I send him love, do I open the pipe? Do I cause the contact?
You do, because
seriously?
I'm going to tell you something. Just like if somebody's thinking about you and You will think of them.
Okay.
If you're thinking about him, he will think of you. It just, they've done
So
many,
is there,
many
I guess that's
experiments
for
on
another
this.
day, but I'm wondering if there's a way to send love without opening that connection at all.
Just remove yourself from those thoughts and stay busy all day and all night. Just
Okay.
keep yourself busy, okay, love?
Okay.
Excellent. Okay.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Have an amazing rest of the day, love. Okay. I want to say I am still taking callers, so don't hang up if you're waiting. If you do want to call in, the number's 845-277-9131. If you have a question or a connection you'd like to make, please press that one once they direct you to. I want to thank everybody on the call line. Sal, hey Sal, how are you? Again, thank you guys for commenting. It's a little bit difficult to read the longer chats while I'm doing the show, but thank you so much for all of your chats and your comments. Again, I do want to say, whether you work for somebody or you have your own thing, create multiple streams of income right now. However you can create another stream of income, create that stream of income. I do believe we should all have control of the amount of money we can make at any given time. And for those of you who would say to me, I don't have time, I work this many hours, I understand that. Turn off TV and dedicate 1 or 2 hours to something that's going to bring you in money, and not something that just is wasting or spending your time on. Spend that time on something that's going to bring you money. At 2 years ago, I said to myself, if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it won't make dollars. If it doesn't make dollars, we ain't got time for it. That's it. We're not doing it. We are in a phase we need to be building and saving, building and saving, building and saving. And we need to do this not only for us, but for the others that are watching us and for those who we care about. And I don't care what you do, whatever it is, any business can grow into a lucrative business with time and effort. People think I always use this example, but the people who put like the lashes on you, those little individual lashes on you, you might think that's not a lucrative business. It's a very lucrative business. If you put the time and the effort into it, the time and the energy into it, some of those people make more money doing that than they did at their 40 hour a week job. Okay. Once you take your destiny into your own hands and you start doing something and you realize you're in charge of how much you bring in and when you bring it in, and you can set up your own hours. Now, I have been working on my own, probably as an independent contractor and or self-employed, since I think I've been 20. So like for 5 years. I can't even say that seriously. For quite some time now. And I have occasionally gone back and worked for a business, and it was the most life-sucking thing that ever happened to me. Like, it was devastating to me. So just create multiple streams of income. If you don't know how to do something, ask somebody. Most people who are doing things are happy to teach you what they're doing, or watch YouTube videos on it. For the love of sweet baby Jesus, there are tons of YouTube videos on everything, anything. Okay, I'm going to go to the very next caller, who is 203. 203, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, Toni. Thank you for your advice in the last couple of So it's Pat from Connecticut.
Hey, Pat, how are you?
Oh, I'm finally getting better. I put myself on medicine for depression, and I think I really needed it. Anyway, I've done this before. I was going to ask for my father or mother to come in. I think my mother will push through. I've never asked for my father.
Okay.
If he's willing to connect.
Of course. What's his first name?
Jack or
Jack.
John.
Okay. So I do see somebody here, and do you have something specific you would like to communicate to him to start with, or?
I'll tell you, he has through readings over the years occasionally come through with information about my son. I'm worried about my son, but I was touched recently and thought maybe it's time for me to get messages from him. So he wants to talk about my son, that's fine, or me, that's fine too.
Okay,
he knows I'm worried about my son.
I'm going to tell you, Pat, I feel like this is more for you. I feel like he wants to tell you, the first thing I hear is a song that's on Don't Worry, Be Happy. And then the next thing that he is saying is everything's going to work out exactly the way it is supposed to work out. It might not be the way that you would want it to work out. It's not going to be the way that you would hope it would work out. And he completely understands how stressful it is to be in your shoes and to worry. But as adults, our children make choices, and we cannot stop them, even if those choices aren't in their best interest. The other thing that he would like to say to you is that he is, and others are watching out for and doing their best to help your son to make good choices, but your son is making libido fudgesicles. Sometimes a word flies out of my mouth, and after it flies out, I realize what that word is and what it means. Your son is making libido. Stop it, Toni. Pull it together. Your son is making libido choices right now. And we all know what that means. We don't need any clarity on that, although I really want to clarify it. Okay. He is saying that the choices your son is making right now are his and his alone. He came here to learn something in this life, or to accomplish, evolve or learn in a certain area of his life. And this is helping him to do that. Even though it's not, there are several ways he could have done it in this life. This is the way he's choosing. He also is saying that your son is going to, okay, don't hold solid to these dates, okay, or these timelines. But in 6 months, your son might possibly choose differently in 6 months. So we are at June. That would put us right around the December timeframe. Your son might make a different choice or a new choice. The problem is that if your son gets out of this situation, he's going to go into a very similar situation. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. For anyone in an abusive situation, emotionally, physically, psychologically, spiritually, financially, whatever, any kind of abuse, we're going to clear that now. And then I'm going to go one step further, and I'm going to say, whatever caused us to get into abusive situations, on any level, we're going to clear and heal that now. And I don't know if you guys can feel that, but holy, holy. That's all I can say. And I'm extremely sensitive to energy and feelings and stuff. So I will literally feel like stuff pulling out. And this isn't it might be my stuff, but it's also other people's stuff that's like literally pulling out, that I can feel it lifting out from all different parts of the body. Oh, you are so welcome, Amy. See, Pat, this is helping Amy and so many others too. So I'm so grateful I was able to take your call. Um, and you know what, you guys, that's my only goal. The reason I come on here for an hour twice a week and I go on TikTok and wherever else I show up and do this, I know um, I just want to be able to help with clearings and healings and giving people answers that bring them peace in their life. I really, that's my goal. That's why I'm here. That's what I truly in my heart hope to accomplish. And yeah, sometimes I'm a little feisty, whatever. It's part of the package. Okay. Um, I am going to tell you in about 6 months, he's going to make a new choice or a different choice. And he may end up single, but he won't be single for long. I don't know. He's going to have free will whether he wants to go back into that same situation or a different situation. That's going to be up to him. Now, Pat, Amy, and everybody else listening on all of my shows, I do clearings, and there are clearings for abuse on previous shows also. On TikTok, if you go to TikTok and you go to my channel, there are 60-second clearings on there. And one of the first clearings I did was for trauma, and I'm wearing a black workout top. So you can take these clearings and you can direct them to somebody who you want the abuse to clear out of or clear them from abuse, past abuse or current abuse. The first one is trauma. The second one is abuse. And then they go from there. If you are going to listen to them, I would say listen to them before you go to sleep so your angels can remove all of this as you go to sleep. And also make sure that it's being directed to everybody that you want at a time that's appropriate for them to receive it. Again, like, as you know, if they sleep at night, maybe listen to it and direct it to them before they're going to sleep. Okay. I am going to tell you, Pat, there's going to be a connection between the two of you. When he reaches out, please don't to lecture or to state your feelings. Just listen. Go into therapist mode. Say, how does that make you feel? What would you like to do about it? Is there anything? But don't preach or lecture or the state, even though you wouldn't think of yourself as doing that. When we're saying it to somebody, that's how it comes off, even if we're talking from a space of love. Your dad wants to say, as for this situation, just send love and light, and don't try to and I know control is such a horrible word to use. Nobody likes it, but don't try to manipulate or control the situation, because again, these are choices that he needs to find his way out of. So sometimes we want to save our loved ones at every age, and sometimes they just need to find that healing to save themselves. And again, you can direct these healings to him, or you can let him come out of it himself. He has to get to that point where he has had enough. I have somebody that I care about deeply that was in an extremely abusive situation. And even after this person broke her jaw, she stayed. There was nothing we could say or do. There was nothing we could enforce it when she was over the age of 18. There was nothing, as people who adore her and love her, there was nothing we could do. And having been in an abusive situation myself in the past, I know that sometimes you have to strategically plan your exit, because even after I exited, this person found me and just like snatched my little butt up and took me right back. So there is a lot more to getting out of that situation. If you've not been in it, there's a lot more emotionally and psychologically and even physically, like planning that escape, planning that exit, and getting out of it, and being strong enough to do it on those emotional and psychological levels. So be patient, be a listening ear, not a talking mouth. Sorry, that's your dad, not me. And be that person that is offering help and guidance, but not telling them you have to, because that just makes it more overwhelming to the person in that situation. Okay, love?
This is amazing, Toni. This means I'm going to save up for another reading to talk about him. Can you just tell me what time period? Now, December, after December?
To talk about him?
Yeah, the best opportunity for me, as far as helping him, his energy, whatever.
Okay, so I want to make sure
Did you see it?
Go ahead, love.
No, just if you see a good time.
Okay, so what I'm getting is, if you're asking for when the good time for the reading would be, it's anytime that you feel called to do it. If you are asking when a good time specifically for him to reach out to you, when do I feel like he's going to reach out to you? It could be in about a month's time, but again, if he does reach out in a month's time, that one is still a little wavy. That's not set in stone. There's a possibility of him reaching out in approximately a month's time. I'm going to, again, I hear 4 weeks. And again, if he does reach out in that 4-week time, just listen. Don't say anything, just listen. And even if you don't hear from him again for like 3 or 4 months after that, again, just keep sending love and light, and keep sending that abuse healing and trauma healing to him every single night. And it will get to the point where finally all of those energies are cleared out of him. His angels will actively work to clear all of those energies out. And even though we want to be like, I'm going to touch your forehead and you are going to be completely healed, I want everything gone now. Sometimes it just cannot happen like that. So whenever you're ready, you can reach out to me, and you know I'm happy to work with you, and I adore you, and so on and so forth. But I feel like a month's time for him to connect with you. Okay, sweetie?
Okay. This is invaluable, and so are you, and thank you so much. You're so sweet and so crazy, so silly. You were talking, you couldn't get that word out, libido. I knew exactly what you were talking about, because that's my concern. Thank you so much. I love you.
I love you too, sweetie. You have an amazing rest of the day, love. I am going to go directly to 917. And Pat, thank you so much for calling in. I'm really grateful for that. Hi, Pat. Hi, 917. How are you today?
Oh, I am pretty good. This is Tim from New York. Hope you're doing well today.
Hey, Tim, I am. How can I help you today?
Oh, sure, no problem. So we had spoke either a few weeks ago, just about, me working on manifesting some new things. You're giving me some tips. And one of the things you told me that Spirit said was for me to change kind of my wording as far as when I'm trying to envision these things. I just didn't ask you what exactly I needed to change. I was trying to speak things in the present tense, that I already have them and visualize them. So I just was trying to follow up, or get any tips from Spirit on, I guess, putting it out there correctly for things I want to attract.
Okay, so one of the things and thank you so much for this. I'm going to tell you one of the things that people think it's what we say. It is in part that, but it's the visualization also, putting ourselves in that place where we can be very very focused on what we want and only what we want, and visualizing it, and then making sure what we're asking for, we believe we can have it. And it's not so much of saying like, I have this now. It's more like saying, I always use the statement, I know it sounds however it sounds to people, it doesn't matter. But when I was doing a meditation one night, I heard of a voice, an angel say, "But what do you want? What do you really want?" And I just said, "Okay, well, this is what I want." And I just started seeing everything I wanted. As I thought it, I saw it. And everything in that state of deep meditation, the state right between, like, you're not asleep, but you're not awake. Everything from that particular meditation or manifestation, whatever name we want to call it, ended up coming to me. So, what I would say is be in the right state of mind, and then don't make it a request. Make it more of a fact. Don't worry about the time frame, because it's going to come in the time frame that's correct for you. And then break down, like, if you're, let's just say you're asking for a certain amount of a certain house. Visualize that house, see that house. The same with vehicles. If you're asking for a certain amount of money, don't jurisdict how or where or when that money comes in. Just ask for the money and let it show up how it's going to show up. You'll be surprised at the miracles they can bring to us if we're open to letting them do it their way rather than having to do it our way. Okay, sweetie?
Okay, thank you very much.
I truly hope that that was helpful for you. And we're going to do one last clearing. We are all getting our good manifestations. I hit a no, so let's clear that to a yes. Oh, what we want is coming to us. I'm getting a no, so we're going to clear that to a yes also. Okay. We think, no, believe that we deserve what we want and we can have it. I get a no on both of those. We're clearing that to a yes. Now, for everybody listening, watching, if you're on YouTube, you want to go back to the 56 show. That's where the manifestation clearings start. Okay, everybody. So you can listen to those a couple of times and come back to them at any time and listen to them again to help clear all of that away. Okay, Tim, thank you so much for calling in. I'm really grateful to have been able to talk with you today. Okay, everybody, I will be doing some more TikTok healings throughout the week. I did 2 this morning, and 2 you might want to know, or one I uploaded 1 this morning. I will also be back Monday at noon with another show. You can call in. Again, the number is 845-277-9131. If you want a private session, that is not the number to call. The number for a private session is 414-897-2869, or go to my website, TONIG.info. Until Monday, have an absolutely fabulous weekend. I look forward to Monday, and thank you so much again for taking the time to be here with me today and joining me. I love each and every one of you so very, very much. Until next time.